Hi guys, so I recorded this video for you on how to find your skin's undertone. The first thing I want to know is that I do offer color consults through my website, so you could check out that link down below. The second thing I want to know is that this is the artistic license color system, so it only has 4 seasons. The third thing I want to know is that I do have a video describing this process in more detail. So the process is basically first you drape a cool color versus a warm color, and then you drape you figure out if you're cool or warm depending on which of those looks better on you. And then after that, if you figure out that you're cool, you can drape a cool muted color versus a cool bright color to figure out if you're muted or bright. And then if you had found out that you are warm from the previous step, you would drape a warm bright color versus a warm muted color to figure out if you are bright or muted. So the last thing I want to know is that I am not wearing any foundation in this video to show you guys how the drapes look, but I still think that even when you do wear foundation, some of your natural skin color still shows through, so it's still important to wear your own colors. So let's get to the video. Hi guys, so I thought I would make a video showing you how you can drape yourself with items that you have around the house to figure out what your skin's undertone is. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to pick a warm and a cool color, both of them bright. So you can pick for your cool color magenta, royal blue, or bright purple. And for your warm color, you can pick yellow or orange or even lime green. Make sure that it's warm though. So those can be your warm and cool colors. Let me show you an example on myself. So I have my cool color here and it's a blue. Let me show you what this looks like on me. Okay, so now I'm going to compare this blue drape to this sort of orange drape. So why don't you compare with me and let's see what happens. So I hope you see what I see. So you can see that on the orange drape, my skin, like every little imperfection sort of shows a bit more, and as soon as I take this off, every shadow is also showing a bit more, and as soon as I take this off, you can see that my face looks a lot better. Basically, it looks a lot better. So I have a cool undertone. So now that I've figured out that I'm a cool undertone, I should drape cool and bright versus cool and muted. So I have this, I know that I look better, I'm a cool undertone. So now let's figure out if I look better and what you want to look for in terms of muted versus bright is whether or not your eye kind of gets lost and doesn't know where to look. You know, if you're muted, then a bright color is going to overpower you, and if you are bright, then a muted color is going to drag you down and make you look a lot more more tired kind of. So let's take a look now. So I have my muted blue versus my bright blue now, and if you're at home, you can do, for muted cool colors, you could do a cool muted gray, a placid blue like I have here. You could do a pale blush pink. So those are all muted cool colors. And for muted warm colors, and obviously, did I say gray? You could do a cool gray for muted cool. For your muted warm colors, you could do a warm beige, cream, terracotta, or a warm olive green. So those are all going to be warm and muted colors. Okay, so let's take a look at what happens now when I drape this color. So here I am in this muted blue color, and you can see that your focus is more on my face, and as soon as I take this off, your eye doesn't necessarily know where to look, right? So I don't look bad, but the royal blue color does overpower me a little bit, and as soon as I do this, you can kind of see my face more, and as soon as I take it off, it's lost. So let's compare it the other way. So I have this gray color. This is another shirt that's sort of an off-white slash gray. And now I'm going to drape this. As soon as I put this blue, bright blue color over myself, What do you guys think? Like this, and then like that, and I feel like you are now looking at my face again, whereas before you weren't really sure where to look. Now you're definitely looking more at my face, and my skin also looks its best in this color rather than in a warm color. So now let's compare this to a warm light color. You might be thinking, well, it's just because it's a light color. You know, it's not. It's because it's also cool. So let's compare this now to this, right? You can see that, you know, you can really feel sort of like relief that I took this off. And we just have that. And I think this looks much better. So it's not so much that it's light, it's also that it's cool. So now let's compare this against my worst color, which is warm and bright. So let's take a look now. Okay. So you can see all the little shadows and things like that. And then it almost looks like relief, right? Like, oh, thank God she took that off. Yeah, so that is how you find it. I have some other color drapes to show you guys. So for example, I have literally on the floor. Okay. So I have this pink and I have this pink. And they're both cool. One is bright, one is muted. So let's take a look at what happens. So we're getting there. All right. So now I have this pink, and you know, it doesn't look bad. Okay, let's compare. It doesn't look that bad. Like, I own this shirt, like I wear it. So let's take a look now. Obviously this looks much better, right, than this. I'm looking at the screen, I'm not even looking at the camera. I have to remember to look at the camera. But now let's compare, as promised, okay, this muted color versus a regular pink. So as soon as I put this on, you're looking more at my face, right? And less so much at the color. So that's how you know you're a muted season. So I am a muted season. As soon as I take this off, it's not that I look worse necessarily, but the eye kind of gets lost. And of course, comparing this to something like this, right? So that is it, you guys. That's how you tell what your skin's undertone is. And it has nothing to do with your facial features or like the color of your eyes or the color of your hair, and it has everything to do with the skin itself. So I am someone who has pretty dark features and relatively light skin, so I would say I'm like a high contrast person, but I look my best in cool muted colors. And there are some people who have very light skin and very light hair who look their best in bright cool colors or bright warm colors, and there are some people with, you know, like me, with dark hair and light skin who look their best in muted colors. So I hope that this cleared things up for you. If you have any questions, let me know. And I also offer color consults, virtual consults, whatever you want to call them, through my website. I really don't think that this is too complicated of a subject. I think this is something that you could just do at home, but if you wanted that little bit of extra help, then definitely you can check out my website and I could do your color consult. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this, and see you next time.
So I wanted to find an example for you guys of someone who appears to have a similar coloring to me, but who is actually cool and bright. So Nazanin Buniadi, as you can see, you know, this is a good example of someone who is cool and bright really being a little bit dragged down by the cool and muted colors. So you can see in the gray dress, she's a bit more dragged down, and in the bright blue dress, she doesn't look lost at all. She looks like she's glowing, and that blue dress can really handle her bright blue undertone. On the other hand, Camilla Belle also looks like she has a similar coloring to me, and she does have a similar coloring to me, so she is cool and muted just like me. And you can see that that gray dress, it does not drag Camilla down. It actually makes her look really glowy and really put together, and I think her skin looks amazing. And the blue dress is a bit overpowering on her, so she might get a compliment like, wow, I really like the color of your dress, right? Because that color is so overpowering. So anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. What's your color season? Did this video help you find it? What's your skin's undertone? Comment down below and let me know. Thanks for watching.